Alrighty then. It is not a figment of your imagination. I'm actually going live. I know. Strange, right? Alright. Here we go. Okay. I'm going to paint a floral just because. Down below here we have titanium white, some kind of orange. It's Waverly chalk paint orange. Waverly chalk paint, kind of a baby blue, sky blue, whatever they call it. Cobalt blue, this is Grumbacher. I have to adjust the camera a little bit. Way back here is Cad Yellow by Grumbacher and Sap Green by Grumbacher. All right, but we'll put the camera right back here again. All right. So, we'll get this started with the background. Background won't be anything special. I'll just use the orange and the blue. It's probably going to turn kind of greenish. All right, but that's okay. It's just the background. All right, so dip into a little bit of hello Sonia. Dip into a little bit of orange, and we'll just kind of pop it in here, willy-nilly, like that. We'll go into our blue. I didn't clean the brush, no matter. This little sky blue color. We'll pop some strong sky blue up here in the corner like this. We'll just kind of pop it in there. Mix it in also. Okay. Then we'll go in between. We get the half orange, half blue. We'll kind of pop it in here like that. And we'll just kind of give that weird mixy color in there. All right. I think I'll go into some cobalt blue here, and we'll just put some of that right in here like that. Okay. Maybe I'll throw in some more orange. I still have bits of other color in here, and it's okay. I'll throw the rest of that in here. Just kind of mix it in there like this. No big deal, just pop it in there like so. Let's get a little touch of titanium white. We'll brighten up this little area in here. I'll just kind of do something like that, and we'll trail it down. All right. Once again, it's just the background, and yeah, I wasn't really planning on going live. Once I get my gear in for my comic art, I know I won't be on live very much after this. Okay, I'll take a not take too much white. This is a Hake brush. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to smooth all of this, and I'll take its very soft bristles, and I'll just kind of go left and right, blend all this in. Once again, it's the background stuff, and I'll just kind of wipe it and smooth it together. You can go as hard or as soft as you feel what you want to do. I really want to blend the edges to make them kind of soft and get rid of the streaks and the stroke marks. You can do it as you can see, the orange and blue mix gives you this weird kind of greeny brown color, and that's fine, that's cool. Like I say, it doesn't really matter. It will be all blurred in like you see. Okay. I'm not really needing anything too perfect because it's the background. It's just some colors going on in here. Now, I did coat my board with vegetable glycerin, so it's going to have a reflective little shine thing going on with it also. Okay, and I'll just kind of lightly. Once again, it's just get the streak marks and stroke marks out of there. Every time I do something like this, I usually have to readjust my camera. All right. Each camera has its own little quirky, hey Bruce, quirky properties. For those of you who are just coming in, once again, I'm gonna just do a simple floral. I'll explain it and all that good stuff. All right, I'm gonna go through this pretty slow-ish as best as I can. Once again, I'll go through the colors. Titanium white. This is Waverly. It's chalk paint, but it's Waverly orange, light blue. Grumbacher, cobalt blue. I'll lift the camera up a little bit here, and you'll see way back there. Sap green and cad yellow. All right, I'll probably keep it somewhere around here. You don't see the white, but the white is there. All right, it's just camera placement. I kind of put them the way I put them, really. Okay, let's get this party started. I'm going to use I'll use a 3/4 inch brush for right now, just to pretty much flesh out where I want the flower to be for right now. I'll use a little bit of this cobalt. Okay, I'll just use this basically just to flesh out the size of the flower right now. All right, you put the flower anywhere you really want. I guess today I'll put it around here somewhere. And right now, it's just me really just kind of gathering the general space of where I want this guy. Okay. No, it obviously will be somewhat rounded, but no specific. Don't try to make it a perfectly round shape. All right, something of this nature is fine. And we'll play around with that. So it's just, you know, a big blotch going out that way. All right. Okay. Let's get a little bit of I'll throw a little green in there in the, I'll kind of pop it in the center up around here. And a little more cobalt blue. Now, like I say, I'm messing with a 3/4 inch brush here. And I'll kind of put the center in here somewhere. All right, just like that. Okay, I'll get some more cobalt blue and maybe an awkward little smile like this. Okay, so the bowl is right here. Okay, and then I'll take these and I'll kind of flare it out like so. Just flare it right out. Okay, just like that. So this is a very simple construction of an open rose. All right. All right, let's put this away for 1 second. Let's go to I'm gonna try to get a decent 1/2 inch brush. It looks like I'm gonna have to go into my I have a set of brushes just for florals. I'll just get one of these out. I forget that I have 2 sets of floral brushes, and I kind of go rough on them, so it's not here. I'll use this one instead. It's all right. Okay, everybody handles florals a little different and whatnot. What I'll do is I'll sketch in the so the very center is okay being very dark. Yeah, you'll see why. it makes life a lot easier. Okay. Let's go with a little bit of this sap green. We'll put it out here. All right. I'll throw a little bit of blue in there. Cobalt blue isn't really the darkest blue in the world. You kind of need quite a bit, so there's a change in there. It's around the same tonal value as the green. Okay, which is why it looks the way it does. All right. Okay. Let's put one. Let's try to get that focus sharper. Let's put a leaf right in here somewhere. We'll just kind of put a line here for right now. One here. Just for giggle's sake, we'll put one over here. Okay. We might have a little something hanging around here. We'll put the line right here just for right now. All right. Okay, let's do it this way. Let's make like a little T. We'll put the T right here for this one, and we'll put a T right here. That's a sorry looking T, but it's a T nonetheless. You guys can see that. All right. Okay. Let's sketch each one out. From that T, go make perpendicular lines going around where that T is. When you see the crosses, then you just kind of sketch them in there like that. All right. Let's get a nice sharp point here. Obviously, you don't really see too much because of that, but you can actually, you can sketch that in if you want. It's okay. And we're going to do the same thing here. Okay. Now, for those of you who are learning this, there you go. So they pretty much look like kites. So you have 3 kites there. Always make them odd numbers, 3, 5, whatever. Okay. All right. We'll color in the center just like this. Just kind of pop it in the center and then bring it to a point up here. Bring it right to a point. All right. Do the same thing with each one. Just kind of. You don't have to go to the edges. Okay. And same thing here. Just bring it right to a point. Right in here. I'm not using any glycerin because there's plenty of glycerin on the board, so it's pretty shiny. All right, so that won't be necessary. Hello, Maria. How are you? Maria, Bruce, and Sonia. Good to see all of you. All right, like I said, I haven't been on here in a while, and I'm not really doing too much. Okay, we're gonna use this to our advantage. Let's zoom in for a sec. I think that's good enough. Okay. Of course, somebody's bothering me right now. Hold on for a second. All right, let's take, let's take a little bit of orange. We'll do it with the orange. Let's take some white. We'll take some white, go into our orange, because white paint, or orange paint is transparent, so it's not going to show up very well. You're gonna need you have to beef it up with a little bit of white. Okay, then make it stick out. All right, bring the half-inch brush, preferably a half-inch brush, flat brush. Bring it towards you, so the edge is pretty sharp there. All right, we'll come out here on the side. Now you look at the angle here, particularly this angle right here. All right, you take your brush. Now let's put a dot right there. Let's put a dot right there. Let's put a small dot right there. And what you're going to do is you're going to press. You can go right here, right on the line with it. If you press, pull, and you lift up, aiming toward that dot. Okay, like this. Get some more orange in there if I can. And if I don't, I just do it again. But you're aiming right for that dot, like so. Okay, I'll get some more orange. I'll do it again because I want the orange to kind of show through there. Okay, and now I'm gonna do all the orange side. Once again, come here, press, and bring it right in. Obviously, I'm picking up some of that green, and that's fine. Kind of adds to the look of this particular leaf. I'll keep it like that for right now. You can always go back. Now remember, the glycerin is acting with this stuff, so I have to bump it up with a little bit more white. You can always go back over it again. Okay, since they're all on one side, I'll just put this one on the other side. Same premise. Press, pull, release. Press, pull, release. You're aiming all of these strokes right toward that dot back there. All right. Now also, you tend to build up a lot of paint, and you just take it and just wipe it off. All right. Let's go back into a little orange, a little more white. I'm gonna get this a little brighter. I'm gonna do everything in one shot so I don't have to keep going back. So I'm gonna really brighten up this orange. All right. Pull the brush towards you. Okay. All right. Okay. And what I'm going to do is go a little bit further than this point. Press, and the strokes won't be as long. Okay, I'll turn this brush around because I want the brightness to kind of hang out a little bit. Let me get some more white. No glycerin, it's just pure white paint, like so. Okay. Now I'm gathering a lot of paint on my brush doing this, but I'll wipe it off. Do the same thing here. Press, pull, release. Press, pull, release. All right. Like I said, I got quite a bit of paint. Take it, just wipe it off. All right, and get your nice fresh batch of paint. Once again, I don't really want to come back to them once I do them, which is why I'm doing it like this right now. Press, pull, release. Press, pull, release, like a flick of the wrist. Press, and do it smoothly. All right, like so. All right, you can get that stuff right off of there. Okay, all right. Now, for those of you who might not be too good at doing this or might be a little intimidated, you don't have to use a 1/2 inch. Okay, the center of said leaf, just paint the center vein in using the corner, just like that. Do it here. Okay, I'm gonna turn the brush over and do the center, just like so. All right, I'm getting a little bit more white, a little touch of orange. You can use a script liner to do these if you like. I'm just using the corner of the brush. You don't have to add these little vein lines in here if you don't want. It's really up to you. This is really a preference if you want to, do that. All right, get a little more white. Pop it in there with the orange. No glycerin in the paint because there's plenty of it on the board itself. Okay, the darkened edge, we'll play with the cobalt blue. We'll kind of put the cobalt over here on this side. The green is a little on the weak side. The blue is not very powerful, it's not very strong. Usually I would probably put a little red or something in it to strengthen the dark edge. When I mean dark, don't necessarily mean black. Okay. Let's see what this looks like with the blue. So we're going to come over here, the same thing you've done with the lit side. You can do it with the darkened side. You press and pull in. All right. All right. I'll bring it a little further out there. I can vary the sizes on them. Okay. Kind of put it in there like that. Let's get some more of that blue. It's going to mix in with the green and whatever paint's underneath that, so it's okay. You come out here and you do the same thing. Press, pull, and you release. Okay, it's going to mix in with that green that you already have in there. Each one of these gets smaller and smaller as you get toward the front. All right. I've been doing this for a minute, so I make it look easy, but it's just a lot of repetition. You follow me? Come here, press, pull, and you release. Press. And remember, aim it towards that dot. You can easily forget about that. All right, and there you go. All right. If the striations are a little strong, you don't want them too strong, you can always smooth them out. Truly up to you. That's your prerogative, really, what you want to do. Hello, Marilyn. How are you? Hey, hello, Billy. I think Jessica's in here. Hello, Jessica. Okay. Let's get rid of that. All right. Since we're this close and all of that, I guess I can show you with the script liner. Put the veins on the leaves. Veins. I like using the lighter color. You don't have to. I mean, you can use the darker color if you want. Once again, it's really up to you. I'll just come here and I'll hold the brush up towards the top, not toward the side. You get a thicker line toward the top, and you get a thinner line, and you just, go ahead and play around with it. I'll dip my script liner into a lot of water so it can be on top of this stuff here. There we go. Like, stuff like that. Like I say, you don't have to do this. It's not necessary. Okay, it's really up to you how much of this you want on there. Once you get used to it, it's really according to the artist, what they want to see, how they want to see it. I'll turn this brush around like that. Okay. So you got a lot of life, you got all sorts of things happening here already with this. Okay. All right. Let's let this sit for a little bit. We'll concentrate with this. Obviously, it doesn't look too blue because it's mixing it with the orange, the lighter blue. It's just it's a weird shade of a greenish blue happening there, and that's fine. Okay. I'm looking for one of my it's called a rubber brush. Here it is. Okay. I don't usually explain this either too well, or I don't explain it often enough. I thought that was the rubber brush. That's not the rubber brush. Where is my, there you are. Come here. Okay. This here, okay, is the bowl. All right. It would be technically your outside of the flower. Okay. Right here, you hear me say all roads lead to Rome. Okay. So basically, whatever petal you're going to do, this is your outside edge here. All right. So in sketching out said floral, if you want, if you want to sketch it out, you would do something like this. See where it's dark at right there? You stop it right around there and you come around like this. Okay, and you do the other side the same way, pretty much like that, and you come on in like so. These will be your outside florals. Now this is a different vantage point because your dots would be right here. Okay, kind of looks like a very sophomoric, immature picture of a bra strap or something, but it is what it is. All right, that's your outside stuff. All right, your petals would come in here. You could do 2, you can do 3, up to you, but they would all kind of, here, I'll do it this way, they kind of would go in this direction. Like that. All right, okay, now that I've done that, so your petals more or less, they would kind of come out and come around like that. That's petal number 1 on one side. Come over here. All right, that will be somewhat petal number 2 over there. Okay, they don't have to look perfect at all. Prefer them to look kind of roughed up. Okay, I don't know why he keeps doing that on me. And then we got one coming up around here somewhere. All right, okay, you can make them a little bit bigger to cover all that crap up back there. Same thing here, you can adjust it, you know, whatever. All right, okay. Hey Fatima, how are you? You're not happy with the background for a flower painting. Okay, let me see. I know what you're talking about. I didn't get a chance to see it. I glanced at it, but I know what you're talking about. People are thinking you're talking about my background, but I know what you're talking about. They don't know that you contacted me, but I know what you're talking about. All right. So, darker in the center. You got your 3 here. Okay. Then you got your outside guys with their vantage point, which is different here. Okay. We'll concentrate on that for right now. All right. I wanted a blue flower, so I'll guess I'll deal with this cobalt blue, which is, like I say, it's not very. I have to get some more. It's not really dark enough. Okay. We'll get some right off the tube here. We'll do it this way. Pull, 1/2-inch brush still. Pull towards you. Okay. All right. And what we're gonna do, remember, all roads lead to Rome. You don't have to bring the color right to the X. Don't do that. This is why you have this darkened area. You got me? All right. These don't have to be perfect either. You can have them rough looking or whatever, but you always have to keep in mind that curve. So we'll start right here. It doesn't matter which way you have the brush. Okay. Press it, press, and you lift up and go on, you know, just like this. We do each petal. And here's the outside edge of the petal right there. See that? Just like so. So there are a series of strokes that overlap each other. You got me? Technically, I should have done the middle one first. Technically. Okay, I should have did the middle first, because the 2 outside ones would overlap the middle guy. So let's fix that. Let's come here and follow that arrow. Okay, follow that arrow. I'm pressing. Have no fear. You just put it down there and press, and and the more you do it, the more it tends to blend. This is the middle guy right in here. Okay, he's the one in the middle. I can kind of go this way with it there. All right, that's the one in the middle. Let's create an edge for the outside petal again, because you can always go back over it. This is the one that's going to be in front of that one, so you kind of put that edge right in there. There we go. So the edge is back. You can barely see it. It's blue, but it's right there. All right. Very simple, because it's repeated steps. Remember the curve. Come out here, press good. Come on in here and get rid of that arrow. You can get rid of that arrow there. Come on and curve it right in there. Okay, I'm turning the brush over. Put it right in there. I'm getting some more paint. Once again, we're gonna get an edge going. Okay, come out here and kind of scoop it in there like that. All right, so you can get a nice familiar edge. Curve that, your strokes, curve them right in there. So you got petal 1, one in the back, and you got petal 3. Okay. So that's what we're working with so far right now. All right. Okay. I really want to accentuate. Well, no, I'm gonna leave it be. I'm gonna leave it just like this. It's fine. Let's do the outside, guys. We're gonna get a slight touch of white. The outside guys are a little lighter. I'm using some of the paint that's already on my brush. All right, and right now I'm just going to block them in. You follow? Just gonna block them in. You can do very interesting things right here with this edge, and I'm gonna explain that to you. Let's just right now, let's block it right in. Block it in like this. Okay, I'm gonna get rid of that line there. Just block it in like so. Let's get some more, a little touch of white, a little bit of blue. All right. No glycerin, it's just paint because I got plenty of glycerin still on the board here. And we're gonna come here and we're just gonna block that right in, block it in like so. Don't be bashful, don't be fearful. Okay. Just like this, block it right in. All right, so you got these two guys here. I'll get some more paint off my brush here and I'll just kind of put it in there. All right, like I say, we can get interesting things with this edge and I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about. Anyway, we got these two petals, they're cupped and overlapping each other like so. And remember what I told you, all points lead to Rome, but now Rome is here, those two dots there. Okay, all right, let's work with these guys. So let's take the brush and we're gonna just get rid of that, just wipe it away. Let's go back into our blue with our white right in here. Matter of fact, let's use some of this other blue here, a little bit of this sky blue, and get some more titanium white, just like that, lighten it right up. Pull this towards you. Okay, it's really good to kind of keep a nice sharp edge like that. I'll put it right here, nice sharp edge. See that sharp edge? All right, let's start with this. And what you do, this definitely will take practice. We'll do this side. What you're gonna do is you're gonna aim your strokes toward that dot, but when you're at the edge here, okay, now what I'm going to do is I'll give a slight push, keep your brush on the canvas, come down and you lift. Okay, overlap, slight push, and you're following that dot. Just like that, and you come on down. You don't have to have the striations there, which is why I'm getting rid of them. But I'm going with the stroke, the pattern strokes. You follow me? Okay. This fellow is going to be above that one. All right. Now I got paint on the side of the brush. I'm just wiping that off. We're going to do it again on this side. Okay. Come to kind of a point. All right, remember where the midsection is on this. You can move it around, but I'll keep it right there. Give a slight push, come on down, give it a curve. Slight push, curve it in there. Slight push, slight push. Okay, just like that. I'm gonna come scoop loop it around there like this. All right, much like so. This one is overlapping, so it continues on. See that? There. You see how you got one that's overlapping over this one? You see that? Okay. And that dark in the bottom helps bring that blue out for these guys. You got me? All right. It's just repetitive, Maryland. That's all. Yeah, like a whale tail. Yeah. Listen, it can be a whale tail. It can be 2 cups for a bra. It can be 2 lips. Whatever that you can associate with that, because they look like 2 clamshells. Okay, if you look at it. All right. So whatever it is that helps you memorize that, you know, have at it. To be honest with you. Let's go with our darker blue. We're gonna take this cobalt blue and put it right into the white, just a little bit. All right, pulling it towards me. This is gonna be for the petal in the middle, because you do the petal in the middle first, because it's gonna be covered. All right, so I'll start right here, and you overlap. I wanted a little pointy and stuff. You press down and you lift up. Press and lift up. All right. Put it right in there. Okay. I'll keep going at it until I get what I like. So this is the guy in the middle, so it's all right. Okay. All right. Let's get a little bit of light blue in there. All right, let's kind of stir that up a little bit. All right, that should be the color. That should be okay, maybe. I'm looking at it here. I guess that would be all right. We'll see. Let's go with this guy. Okay, we're going to take this petal, give it a little push if you would like, press, and you go on in. Press, go on in there. Press it, go on in. Don't go all the way down to the bottom. It's not showing, it's not, well, it is. It's just not enough for me right now. But I'm used to highlighting these things and bring it right down. Okay. But once I highlight it, it will make more sense to you. When I started doing these, it never made sense to me because it looked kind of cluttered and all together. But then again, you know, you're starting out and it may look a little confusing to you. Bring it right down, just like that. I'm pressing and going in the direction of those arrows, just like that. All right. So you have 3 distinct petals back there. You follow me? All right. Appreciate it, Maria. Now, wherever your light source is, which is coming from the upper left, it looks like. Okay. So let's do something here before I move on. Let's get a little bit of white into the blue right here in the corner, right up in here. So if we got our light source coming from there, we'll brighten that up a little bit. It's like so. Get a nice little rim of color. We'll kind of brighten that just here. This is just hand control, really. Just lighten up your hand pressure. It'll do that for you. Okay. All right. Let's get a little bit of white. Let's go back into our blue, and we'll start doing little highlight things here. Right in here, give it a little push and come on. And you do it until it just about fades away there a little bit. Okay, right in there like so. I don't have to do the whole thing, because when you make it bright like that, it just pops out at you anyway. You got me? So you can pick and choose. You have a little fun with it. So you got some here. Let's create another one right here. So we're gonna create one right here like this, and just come on in, boom, overlap, bring them in there, bam. Come here and we'll curve and just kind of go down, just like that. Okay, something like that. So you got one that's kind of hanging out back there somewhere. All right. Okay, let's get a little more white. You'll feel the glycerin start to tack up a little bit. You'll feel it on your brush. You got me? Let's go over here on this side. You don't have to have a little, I'm known for doing that little push thing and then come on in. You don't have to. You can just kind of pop them in there like so. Okay. I'm wiping off my brush again. Let's get some more white, which is really thin now, which is okay. Oh, let's keep it moving right up around here. Let's bring him in a little further, like so. I'm gonna need some more white, so bear with me 1 second. I'd rather do this and add more paint than to have a lot of paint left. All right. Hello, Shane. How are you? Okay. Where am I at here? A little touch of white. We'll go back in here and get a little bit of this blue. Pop it in there like this. Okay. A little brighter. Let's put a fold in that fella right here. Folds are easy whether you're left or right-handed, or whether you want to do it from the top or down below. Okay, so if I'm here, I'll just take my brush, travel, and just kind of pop it in there like this, and then you just kind of narrow it out, and then I'll just kind of clean up the edge. I'll keep that, see the edge there? I'll keep that edge in there, but I'll just kind of smooth it out there. All right, so now you got a turned fold in there. All right, you can do the other side the same way. Once again, it's really up to you how you want to stylize that. You can come here and pop it up and give it a good press and make it disappear there. Okay, and you can make that pronounced even more. Now you're getting into real cute little detail-y things. I'll just take some really, well, some deeper blue, and right in here, I'll just kind of darken that a little bit, so it kind of accentuates that little edge there. Okay, so now you got a petal that's kind of cupped right there. Okay. All right. Let's go here and we'll kind of play around with this a little bit there. All right. I can add a fold in here if I wanted to, but I'll leave that alone. Okay, let's go with some inside guys in here. Like I say, I'm not really too impressed with the cobalt for this painting, but I'll keep with it. I can beef up the cobalt with a little bit of black, just a small amount of black to make it a little hardier. I don't really want to use red because then you're going to go into the realm of purple, and I'm not looking for purple today. So I'll just play around with the cobalt blue. Petals in the inside, as many as you want, and plus it covers up the arrows. But remember where your X is right here, right? And you can, well, no, I'll leave it like this. Your petals, you can just do really just a quick swipe if you want. It's just the impression of petals going around there. Put them up here. Series of lines, directional, going in. Oh, I'm gonna tell you something about cobalt blue also. Cobalt blue is also translucent, which is why you see it doing what it's doing. Okay. If I pumped it up with a thicker color, you would get more color coming through. But right now, it's more like the same consistency as orange, which is why it's looking the way it's looking. If I took a touch of white, small touch, and put it right here into the cobalt blue. Okay, now give that cobalt blue some body. Okay, and you will be able to see it. Now I'll make a petal right here in the front. See? So I'll put a petal right here in the front, lighter one there. But it will look, you know, something like that. So I can go back over these guys if I want, and, you know, kind of lighten them up a little bit if I, you know, really wanted to. All right, so it's more of a closed rose. There won't be no stamens showing through for this. Let's go over here on the outside, guys. The outside petals you can have a little fun with. All right, I'm gonna keep this very, very simple. So once again, let's put the white right here, because remember, all roads lead to Rome. We'll put the white right there again. Okay, now why did I do that? Because whatever you have on the outside here, all right, whatever you have on the outside is gonna go in this direction. Okay, right towards that center, all in here. Okay, everything goes in that direction on the outside of the flower. Okay, all right. Pull this cobalt blue towards me. Now, all depends on how many petals you want coming out here. Okay, let's do this. Let's do this for you guys. I know I'm gonna waste all this paint, but it's okay. I'm showing you guys an example, so it's okay. I'll get some white. All right, and we'll kind of paint like there. Okay, one petal there. We have one. I'll just push some color. One petal there. Part of a petal right in here, and we'll have them kind of come out this way. Don't worry about what's in the inside. It's the shape on the outside. Okay. Kind of a crazy looking shape, but that's okay. Now we'll go back into our cobalt blue. I didn't clean off the white. It doesn't matter at this point. Remember your directions here. Okay, so I'll come out here and I'll just kind of go a little bit outside that line. I push, pull, and release for every one, and I will exaggerate them. Keep in mind you get that other greenish color going on there. You don't have to have them directly flat. You can angle your brush. Okay. Like so. Now, what is confusing to some is that it all looks like one thing. We'll straighten that out. Here, this guy here, come out. If you have to go past that mark, go past the mark. If you have to. All right. We'll pop one here, like so. All right. So basically, what I'm doing is really just laying out the foundation of these petals. All right. Even though it looks like one long train there, it's really not. I'm going to show you that right now. Let's get a little bit of white, same color, put it in there. Pull towards you. All right. Okay, if you would like, you can give a slight push, and go on in, pop it in there. Slight push, and go on in. Slight push, pop it in. We'll keep going like that and curve it. So that's one. Watch how many petals I'll get out of this. We're gonna start it again. Out here, pop it in there. Out here. Got another one. Curve it in. See, I just made two out of one. You see that? let's make this one just one whole one. We'll just come here and kind of, now I'm just pressing, I'm not giving that little push. I'm just pressing down and just guiding the brush there. And we'll kind of curve it in like that. Maybe I don't want all that striation there. Maybe I can just kind of keep going at it there and see. And once again, we'll curve it in there. Okay. Now I'm going to clean off the brush. We're going to get some white. The white's on the side of the brush. More important than the edge, if the white on the side of the brush. Now, why do I have white on the side of the brush? So I can just give a slight push like that. Slight push, go on a little bit. Slight push, like that. I'll skip one and we'll kind of angle it like that and go in kind of cockeyed like this. And then we'll straighten it out. And maybe I don't want to push and go all the way in. Maybe I want that raggedy looking look there. But you see how interesting that edge is? Look, I can kind of turn my brush around and come in, and curve it in. Like that. Are you guys following what I'm doing here? But you see the side of the brush? That's where that paint, that's where you get that edge from, is the side of the brush. Okay. Let's get a little bit more white. I just wiped off my brush. And let's brighten that up here a little bit. Let's have it go down. Actually, let's create one. Let's create an extra one like that. And remember, follow that dot. And then we'll get some more. Now I'm creating this on the fly. Just to show you, you can change it anytime. Actually, let's do this. Watch what I'm going to do. Watch what I'm going to do. Come up here. You remember this guy up here, this pedal up here? Okay. Watch what I'm going to do. Watch up here. Now watch what I'm going to do right here. I'm going to take it and I'm going to go in the other direction. I'll make the pedal flip on itself. Just like that. Okay, so now I'll just take it and just go the opposite direction. Just like that. All right. So what I just done is took a pedal that was turned this way and flipped it outside using this guy. All right. And since I did that, I can just continue this guy on around somewhere and just fade him out like that. So you can make your flower more complicated than it really started out to be just by doing little tricks like that. Okay, panic point? No, you just take it a step at a time, Bruce. Okay. All right. Let's brighten up some of these guys. There. I'm just giving a press. Now the glycerin is starting to dry. Okay, but it's a cool thing. That's all right. Just like that. And this is how you build it up. Like so. Okay. All right. Let's go back into our kind of whitish blue here. And we can, well, let's give it a little something right here. Just because. Just because we can. We'll put something right here. Matter of fact, we'll make it look like it's continuing on off of that. Okay. And we'll bring this one down somewhere. And then we can come here and add some. We'll come here, aim that downward. We'll aim one downward here too. On the other side like that. And kind of give it a little life here. Just like that. All right, something like that. Now with all these little bits of white, it helps your eye, and plus it's a little brighter on this side, so it kind of brings your eyes in this direction. Okay. All right. I didn't forget about these fellows back here. Let's go back into our blue. Okay. Right here, got outside guys back here. A little push. And this is how you can get away with making petals look translucent, is you give a rim of color, and that's about all you do. Come out here like that, and just kind of guide it in like this. Now it looks like your petals are see-through because you just got a rim of color, and that's about all you have. So I'm just giving a press, and I'm pressing it pretty good. I'm actually exaggerating the press. Then you just take the remaining paint and just pop it in there. Now it looks like you got see-through petals back there. You see that? You see how you make these guys grow? Okay, let me show you something else. Remember that leaf in here? Really simple to make your petals look like, you know, they're transparent. A little rim of paint. I'll do it this way just to show you how easy you can do this. Okay, then I'll come out here. I'll just press really good right on top of the petal on purpose and come around just like that. Now I'm gonna wipe my brush off. I'm doing this on purpose to show you how you can get this done. The most important part is the rim here, the outside edge. You come inside and you wipe it away. You see that residual color going through? See that? Okay. You still see the leaf. You still see details of the leaf. It's really up to you how far you want to take this, how far you want to take that color in. It's really up to you. All right, but there you go. Now remember, this is the lit side, so you might want to give a little bit of an edge to these. And sometimes all you gotta do really is just give a slight little touch. Okay, up to you of how much of a touch you want. Okay, you don't have to do every one. I'm overlapping these also. All right. See that little bit of stuff right there makes your flower. All right. Okay. Now essentially, more or less, your flower is done, more or less. All right. Okay. Because we have such a kind of a really light type of background, the flower's darker, so you know it kind of works. Okay. Now you can bring this flower out more by using well, let me do something before that. I'm gonna still show you this example. I'm gonna do something. It's not the color I'm looking for. I'm looking for titanium white. All right, let's put the titanium white where you guys can actually see it. We'll put the titanium white right here. Okay. Let's get a little bit of white. We'll put the white right here for right now. Get a little touch of yellow. A little touch of yellow, pop it in that white. Okay. The brighter the highlight, the less of it you need. So just be mindful of that. Now I also know a lot of this glycerin is drying, so I would use glycerin usually right about now, but I'm not. All right, we can come out here and we can just kind of give it a little push and we'll brighten this guy up a little bit. All right, you pick and choose your super highlights here. I'm going a little extra here before I start darkening things. Keep that one darker. Let's go out here, give it a little push and come on in. A strong little push of bright color there. Come on in there. Pop it right in there. Okay. It pops it right out. Yeah. Not necessarily under here, but maybe out here. Nice strong bright color there. Just like so. Put it right out there. Get a little more yellow and white mix. Yeah, let's kind of brighten it right here. And then I'll slowly just keep it like so. All right, you don't have to do the whole thing. Not necessary for you to do that. Okay. All right. You can add all sorts of cute things to this if you want. Like, for instance, if I have enough, let's see if I do. I don't know if I do or not. Yeah, that'll work somewhat. That'll be okay. Okay. If you want, up to you. You know, you can throw a little bit of this orange into the flower itself. So there's little reflective things going on in there. You see this? You don't have to, but just little bits on the flowers themselves. Okay, it's really up to you if you want to kind of do that. You know, so there's little bits of glow going on there. Some of that outside background color kind of peeking through in spots. That's really up to you if you want to do all of that. You can do this forever. It's really up to you. I just wanted to show you that. Thanks, Marilyn. I just wanted to show you that quick example of that. All right. Let's guess we can pull this back a little bit here. That's cool. That'll work. Okay. Essentially, you've got this light kind of background. This blue is pretty similar to what's happening with that background. So we're going to have to bring this out and push the background back a little bit. And since I am lazy and it's going on 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, I'll use a little bit of lamp black after I get my, well, you guys know. So it's just a little dot of lamp black back there. Let's take some green. Okay, we'll put it right here. A little dot of lamp black. Pop that in that green, just like that. All right. Okay. We'll scoop up some of that blue in there. I would rather use my other blue, but it's okay. All right. So let's play. Let's play. Let's I kind of like that little area in there. So we're just gonna right now go as close as I can to the flower itself. You can do some slick stuff by adding little ridges in there like this. See that? All right, and we come out here like that. We can come up in here, Greg. I'm just messing around here. But though I'm messing around, I'm really keeping that there. All right, so we'll come out here with it a little bit like this. I'm gonna get a little more black in that green, deepen it a little bit more than what I see. Up and around in here, get real close. Once again, I can shape the flower any way I want at this point. Come out here like this. Come out here, and I'm just plopping color down like this. That's all, really. And we can do stuff like that. Don't worry about all of this stuff like that. Don't worry about all of that. Okay, something like that on that part. Let's get some more. I'm working on really just separating the background a little bit. Get it as close as you can, or you kind of create some shapes in there. It's now you're doing like lost and found stuff when you do things of this nature. Okay, we can kind of put it in there like that. You can really make the leaf look really crazy looking because of that darker color. You pop it in there. Okay, I can narrow that. So you can reshape your flower if you don't like the way it looks to begin with. Okay. A little more black. A little touch of green in there. Because I really want to separate. There we go. Separate that a little bit better. And that's all I'm doing really, is just separating this guy a little bit from its light background, just a little bit. I'm going to do something with all of that, don't worry. Because of that yellow, let's cover that a little bit. Don't overthink it too much. You start to get frustrated when you do that. So don't do that. Do not overthink this. You know it got to be dark. Make it dark. That's what I'm doing. Okay. And all I'm doing is blocking in right now. And we can make that look a little rougher there. We can pop some of that color in there and give it a little shape. Okay. All right. Something like that. That's cool. That'll work. Yeah, that's good. Water with seasoning. That will work. Water with seasoning. That sounds nice. Okay. What am I going to do with this globular mess that I have here? Well, you can do a few things with that. You can keep it pretty much like that if you would like. No big deal with that. Let's take some green. Let's take a little bit of white. Pop it in there. It's going to probably turn a little gray on you, which is fine. Okay. I want you to look at that. It's just a glob of paint there. Let's go right around in here in this area. Let's take the brush. Now I want to show you how you do this. Slow. Take the brush. You see the angle of the brush here, that flat part there. Okay. And when you press and you wiggle, come back up, and you put the point in there. All right. And you do it again. And you do it again. You make them run right into each other if you want. And you can get to do these pretty quickly. Okay. It makes its own pattern. All right. It's picking up the paint that you already laid down. All of that fun stuff. So you can bring it out like that. Okay. And it's still generally that dark color, more or less. So it's kind of matching in there. Press, wiggle. You always got to add that little point in there and overlap them. All right, you know, your eye will know what direction you're going, because you're always going to have a few going out there by themselves. All right, they're stragglers. They're curious. They want to find out what's happening. See this? Pop them in there, just like that. Go on in there. All right. I'm using the black. I'm using the green. You're displacing paint and adding paint at the same time. All right. You can put a little touch of white back in there, or you go into your yellow if you want. Really up to you of how you want these fellas to look. Okay. See, very subtle stuff that's going on there. All right. You come out here and do the same thing. Like I say, you're adding color, displacing color, removing color. You're doing all sorts of things. Now, yellow is very translucent color, like that cobalt. All right, you barely see it when you put it in there, but it's in there. I guarantee you, your eye sees that. All right. So it's getting to know color. Put a little white in there. Getting to know your colors and what they can and can't do. You're following. Now we're near this orange, so you can kind of brighten things up a little bit. You come out here and pop them in there like this. So you bring a few of your friends out there to kind of venture. Then you go back in there. You see this? Put them right in there. Now you got just a big mass of leaves going on in there. Okay. Some more yellow. Let's get some black, which is going to give you a different type of green when you add yellow and black together. Okay, the more yellow you add to it, the more green it becomes. But it's a lighter green than what you see here. Okay. So we're coming down here, and you're adding different flavors of green in there. Going in different directions with it. Okay. See that? Put it right on top of that darker color. Pop it right in there. And always add that little tip of color there. That little point. Add those points in there. Go right against the right all in there. All right. You can't have an obvious gap in this. All right, because that's what it's going to look like. You fill them in there. All right. You're not going to destroy anything. You got to keep doing it. And remember, if you want stuff to trail on, all right, it's just your eye just guides when you do things like that. Go downward in another direction if you would like that. All right, butt them into each other. You see this? And it's just that yellow and black mix that's mixing in there with all of this. Okay, so it seems like you're not doing nothing, but trust me, you are. You're adding all of these patterns in there. They don't have to be super highlighted. Now you're making the patterns, but you're also creating texture at the same time. You follow me? Okay. For those of you who might be still a little like gritting your teeth and everything, I'll add a little titanium white, and we'll pop a little few frames that tend to glow a little bit. See? Put them in there. You'll see them. Okay, it's that grayish green that's happening in there with it. All right. Let's come around the dark half, dark side of the moon. We'll get some yellow in there, just like that. Pop that yellow in there. We'll come back here and we'll play a little peekaboo with some of these here. Should they be this yellow back here? Not really, but it's all right. You know, you pop them in there. Go in different directions here. Go right off the tape with it if you would like. Okay. Put them right in there. We'll pop some of those in here. There. Right. Okay. Now that we've got some of that interesting stuff going on there, let's have some more fun. Let's now go into, we'll go more into the black right in here. We'll go with a color that I should have never abandoned. We're going to Prussian Blue. Yes, I do have the paintbrush in my mouth. You'll be able to do it, Fatima. You'll be able to do this. I've thought the same way as you did, and I'm pretty sure Bruce well, I know Bruce thought the same way as you did, because I had to hear it. But I'm dipping finally into a little bit of glycerin, just a little bit, just to loosen this stuff up. Okay, but look at the florals that Bruce is doing now. Okay, so the anxiety, the frustration. Maria, if you guys didn't notice, she did an incredible floral herself. Poppy, she done. It is absolutely incredible. Let's go. Yeah, we'll start it in here. We'll just kind of make a line, and we'll just kind of put it right here. I'm gonna take the brush. I'm just kind of squiggle the brush like this and come out like that. All right. These you can pretty much kind of do anywhere. I'll go in here like it disappears in that batch, and then it comes out here, and I'll just kind of wiggle, and it just comes out there like that. Let's do another one of those. Remember, think odd numbers. Okay, think in threes. We'll pop one here, and we'll kind of pop it out there, and then we'll narrow the brush just like that. Those little tip things really account for something. All right. Okay. Let's have one kind of come out here like this. It's dark, so it doesn't really have to fight with what's in the background there. See this? And then we'll kind of have one sneak downward right around in here, kind of mash it, and then have it come to another nice little point there. Okay. You didn't think you can make black flowers look good, or leaves anyway. Let's have one kind of, actually let's do one of these, just because. Let's do one of these here like this. Let's get some more cobalt blue, or the heck kind of blue is this again? Is it ultramarine blue? I think it's ultramarine blue. Okay, anyway, it's a darker blue than what I did use. And then we'll put one of my favorite flowers in there like this. And we'll do another one, bam, just like this. All right, and we'll pop him in there like that. Yeah, why not? Let's pop another one of those in here like this, and just kind of just put them in there like that, just like so. All right. I mean, we're just really having a ball with this guy. We'll kind of put a little something dark like that right in here. It's like this. Okay. And then we'll just kind of play with him. Just like that. He doesn't even have to be totally in the picture, but he's just hanging out there. All right, just minding his business. Okay, but yet it's still 3. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You guys kind of see where I'm going with this. Okay. Prussian blue, thank you. Prussian. Thank you. All right. We got a little bit of we'll use a little bit of this. Now look at the blue. Look, you think it's black, but look at that blue that's going on in there. See that? See that cool color? See, even though it looks black, you never know what you'll get here. Okay. All right. Our lit edge is right about here. Press. Come on in. Look at that. Let's get some more of that color. We're down here. Let's kind of press, make it disappear. Just like that. A little minute bit of white there. Right here. Press, 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 press. Just like that. Now, because it's in that lit area, he's going to have to be a little brighter than the norm, so we'll kind of really pump that up there. That's because he has to be shown against those guys. Like that. Just put him in there. I like the way it looks, so we'll give him a little bit of love here. Just like that. All right. Maybe a little bit of love here. All right. Yeah. Okay. Things are starting to happen. Things are really kind of, moving around, coming alive, and all of that good stuff. With this guy, you can kind of give him a little, if I can get it there, get a little edge there if you want. It's up to you if you want to do all of that. All it needs really is just a couple of pops of, like that. And put the little center line in there. See how you wake that up a little bit? Come on down here a little bit. And pop that little line in there. You don't have to add really too much to those. Once again, that's really, really, really up to you. little light stuff. You know. At this stage, some of you are like a little overcautious, so you get a little fearful because you don't really want to mess it up, or you get frustrated. I've been down that road also. But when you paint like, just like a free-for-all, things start to happen all of a sudden. Then now the paint wants to obey you, because it sees you're upset. Okay. So I hope I'm not confusing anybody doing this. Very, very, once again, very simple. You can always replay this. It's not the hardest thing to do, really. I know I showed you. We're at 120. I know I showed you really simple from beginning to end, and all I used was glycerin and a few and a few colors. Okay, to do this. I hope it's showing good for you and all of that. I'm trying to think what else. Oh, yeah. I'm trying to throw all of this in for you. Okay. I'm not the most exciting person to really listen to. I kind of tend to drone on a little bit. Let me show you this real fast. I don't know how many of these I'll put in here, but let's put it. Let's get it a little closer. Pop the focus on real fast here for you. All right, let's do this real fast. I try to explain how to do this. I'm using water, not glycerin. Don't need glycerin for this. Water's fine. Okay, let's put a bubble or whatever you call it, dewdrop, whatever you want to call this thing, shaped like a football. Put the white right up here like this. I'll make it oversized. I'll make it pretty large like that. I'm taking the paint, getting rid of the paint inside the edge, right in here. Okay, right in here, you kind of get that. Now this is titanium white, so there's a little pastiness that's coming with this, and you spread it in here. Okay, that little milky residue that's going to be left. All right, I'm going into, I'll just use the darker blue, and you create the bottom like a football right in here like this. Very simple. Okay, just like that. All right, get you a little dot of white, and you go to where the light source would be, which would be somewhere around in this area right here, and that's the end of that. All right, that's one down. Okay, you see how that happens? Okay. Here, let's put one here, right? Here, let's put one right here, because I like that little transition area right in there. So we'll put a nice one right here, a nice little curve right in there. Now that one's got a little more body to it there, so you'll be able to see the little pasty film there that's going on right in there like that. See that? That's what I'm looking for, that little pastiness right in there. All right, just like that. That's the pastiness I'm looking for. Bring it right down in there. That glycerin is also helping that out too. I know I got it packed full of glycerin there. Go back into your cobalt blue. Once again, continue with the little football shape. Just like that. So you got yourself this little cast shadow there. Might need to be a little darker so you can really see that. Just like that. Clean off your brush really fast. You get a nice little dot of white. And once again, you're gonna go where that light source is, which is right about in there. Like that. All right, so we got two pretty close succession there to each other, and they're both actually on the flower themselves. Okay. So let's play. Let's go. Can you guys see that leaf down there? You cannot. Let's bring it right about there. Right here. Right in here. Let's round this one off a little bit. Okay. because it's in a weird position, a weird area, I just took off a little bit much. That's okay. I can go back into my white and we'll add that in there like this. Okay. Now see, I can take a lot of that away, but this is where the light source is. So we're gonna kind of get it really filmy right there. I'm just wiping off the paint right off the brush. And because it's still wet, I can fade that just like that. Okay. Now I'm gonna take the white, nice rim of white, and we're gonna play right in here, just like that. And still put that light source in there, which is like right about in there somewhere. Okay, with that fella. And because he's in a shadow area of this guy, we'll really strengthen up this dark half like this. Make that dark half a little wide there. Now you got a little shadow there. Isn't that neat? Look at that. Bam. All right. Okay. I know you rarely see me do something this in depth over a dewdrop. Just to show you it can be done. All right. And still 1, 2, 3. Okay. All right. Let's pull this back. All right. Let's put this back over here like that. We'll put the focus back on. Hold on. There. Okay. Let's do. Let me think here. I do have enough to do it. I'm trying to see what color do I want to do it. I really don't want to use red just for this little bit, but it's so fun to do and I like it, so I guess I'll do it. What a waste of red, but the effect is great. I like this little dot of red. Gary Jenkins showed this, and I was hooked immediately when he did do it. You would use water. Let me think here. I'll mess around in here first. I'll get a little bit of this green. I'll put the green in here with this yellow. And a little touch of white in there to brighten that up. And some more water, like this. Okay. Now that I've got the color on, I gotta rinse it all out, get it out of there. Because I have to fill this up with all red, like that. Now, as I filled this with red, now I gotta dip in here and get a big glob of green right on the tip of the brush. Okay. And I'm hoping I'm getting enough. I hope. All right, so it looks like this. All right. Okay. Oh, let's do it from out here. Let's come here. I hope it's bright enough. I don't know if it's bright enough. We'll come out here like this. Go behind that leaf. We'll come out here in front. It's not bright enough. Definitely not bright enough. I have to dip into the white and go back in here. It's got to be bright enough, and it's definitely not bright enough. Okay. Nope, I got to do it all over again. That green is too dark. So let's really pump up the white there, like that. Okay, now that should be more than dark enough. I have to clean off the brush because you got to do it in reverse. The red comes first. You really soak up the red. Then you get enough of this green. It has to be light enough. We're gonna do it again now. Come out here. Yeah, that's light enough right there. Okay. Come. And we'll come this way. Come out. Get some more green. Why don't you get enough of that light green in there? And then right here you pop that little red in there like that. Now I've got enough green, so I got enough red also. So you got one here. We'll just kind of come on here. You know, we'll bring it in front of that one and end it right there. So you got number 2. All right. Okay. We still got enough red, believe it or not. I'm really dipping into this green, and we'll come over here. We'll have it come out here, come in front. And you know what? We'll just pop it right there. Why not? So we got one there. See how easy that is. You're welcome, Bruce. No problem. I know it's been quite some time since I did anything on this platform. All right, and like I say, once my gear comes in, it might be a while again, unless I'm doing something for Diana or Mary, or if I want to break, then I'll paint something. So I guess I'm trying to get it all in now before I really have to do some work. I'm trying to think what else. I think really that's about it. I think, yeah, I think that's about it. Let's take the paint off, or the paint. Well, first of all, let's make that disappear. Let's center this a little bit. A bumblebee in the middle. I did do a bumblebee at one point. I can't think of what painting, but it was a recent one I did put up. I think I threw a bee in there. So I actually did do one. I haven't painted any insects in a while. I'll throw my signature in right about here, maybe. See if it takes it. Like I said, there's plenty of glycerin on this, so it's going to take a minute for this to totally dry. But if anybody want to purchase this thing, yeah, I'll sell it. I don't really like having these hanging around the house. You would think I would, but trust me, I got plenty hanging around here. I don't really, and I usually just, once they're dry, if I don't have any room on the wall for them, depending how much I like them, they just go on top of the cabinet in a tote, and that's that. I forget about them, really. I'll take a picture of it, I'll post it online, and I'll log it. I log all of my paintings, and that's it. You know, they just get put away, really, until somebody expresses interest in them. So let's see. All right, let's take the paint off, the tape off of this. The painting that I've done that used an incredible amount of tape, it's actually hanging here in the wall right by the monitor. Let's see if I can show it fast enough here. Yeah, I can. I think I'm there. Oh, I'm pretty darn close. No, I went past it. I went past it. There you are. Up next to the dinosaur there. Okay. But there she is. All right, right next to Godzilla. That guy, because I very rarely put any of my paintings here in this room, but that one took an unbelievably large amount of tape. I did it all yesterday, the majority of it yesterday. This morning, about 9 o'clock in the morning, I did the tree. But yeah, I did the majority of it last night. Never filmed it. It would just take too damn long to film that thing. So, but yeah. So, okay, let's swing this back around. And right there, I think we're here. About there. All right. But even though I like the effect of a painting like that, it just takes a lot of planning and a lot of tape. But they're great to do. Next time I'll do something like that, it'll be much bigger diamonds. But it was fun to do. Okay. I've been told not to use watercolor paper or the foam board anymore. So canvas board it is. That's why you don't see me use watercolor paper anymore. I don't even have any more watercolor paper left, but I did enjoy painting on the watercolor paper. But yeah, so yeah, I got 2 TVs running on Jessica. The TV that you're looking at, well, the TV, where is it? Up above. That one there is showing Storage Wars. Yeah, that's the 55-inch one over there. And you can see some of the paintings there. And my DVD collection and my Thanos hand. I think the stereo's down there and the dog dish. Okay. But that TV's going. The other TV, which is right there by Godzilla's hand there, that's the monitor. That looks at me, looking at you guys, looking at me. All right. And if somebody texts me, well, the iPhone's there being charged. All right, that's the iPhone there. Okay. And then my older phone is actually me reading the text here. Mic trap will be on in a few minutes. All right. But yeah. Different skin cap today because I am almost bald. All right. I had to get my hair cut off, looking too crazy. But yeah, my painting area is, well, I can't say it's necessarily small. It is. I pushed everything in close to me. Okay, so I'm sitting in a tightened area. My drawing space, my room is actually quite sizable actually, but the area where I need to be, where everything has to be accessible to me, is pretty much squeezed in fairly good. So. More coffee. I don't know if Maria Spears is still on. Maria is learning also, Bruce. But you might remember her because she used to be in a lot of the my lives, especially when I was on Facebook doing these. I have been checking out you and DJ, you and Sonia. I may not always say hi or sign in, but you guys are on my big screen. It all depends on what I have to do at that particular time. I might not say hey, but I am watching you guys. So if you don't think I'm there, I'm there. It's just sometimes, if I'm in the middle of doing something, I can't stop and text, especially if I'm driving. But you guys are usually on my TV. All right. I'm trying to think of anything else. If anybody has any questions, if you don't have any questions, I'm gonna sign off here. Okay. The next thing I'm gonna do is a moose. I'm gonna draw more of a detailed moose, but we'll see. I got the moose printed out already. I just put it on. I didn't put it on vellum paper yet, but it's coming. So, oh well, there's Maria. Yeah, Maria is learning Bruce and Sonia. So she'll be another one of the small little club. But let's see here. All right. Let's see. I think that's about it. If nobody's got any questions. So, all right. I'm out of here. You guys take care. I gotta clean all this stuff up. And obviously you guys know the deal. I'll take a picture of this thing. I'll post it on Instagram and Facebook and whatnot. like I say, I hope this really helps you guys out. It should. It sure went slow enough, and everything. So, and just keep in mind when it comes to leaves, odd numbers, and all that stuff you see in here is just repetitive things, and all the different values. When I use the base colors of black and the green mix, it just adds to the fullness of when you put the actual filler leaves in there. Keep them uniform, and as you see them clumped together, it looks a lot more than what it really is. Subtle color changes and everything. And you remember, when you press that brush down, you're moving and displacing paint and adding to what you're displacing at the same time, so it gives you interesting color blends and all of that. I chose a darker green color because once again, it's all in the background. When I use lighter stuff, okay, it just brings that out more, and more interest to the painting overall. All right, and once again, it's all about composition and all of that fun stuff. Okay, enough babbling. I think I'm done for tonight. You guys take care, be safe. See you when I see you. Peace.